season, approaching 1,200 yards. It's the Giants and the Commanders, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. Brandon Gaudin alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Giants in our ball game here, but with how good they have been, it's not often that we can say they come into a game truly facing a challenge. But Charles, that's the case this week.
Absolutely. What a challenge it is, because they're now coming into this one and they don't exactly have a clear advantage, something that they usually possess in every game they play with the way that they throw the football. I can't wait to see if they change things, if they emphasize different things than we've seen throughout this season, how they go about trying to move the ball downfield.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Haynes. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haynes. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun. Haynes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And the Giants send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game. Surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here. And I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
Throwing on 1st down. Russell. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. To throw on 2nd down. Russell. He finds his man. Complete. It's Alexander. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. On 1st and 10, Russell. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
One of the key to a good screen pass is that.
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Russell, he finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to throw. Russell. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. To throw on 2nd down. Russell. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The stop there on 3rd, they could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Russell. And this is incomplete. And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Russell. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick here is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season, as this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
He finds his man, Sky Moore. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. From the gun on 3rd down, Haynes. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Russell. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Russell. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Back to throw again. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Azeez Ojulari in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. On 1st down, Haynes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haynes. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Haynes. Got his man complete. Moore. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Haynes. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off play action. Haynes. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
These two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Haynes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Now a 1st carry for their fullback. He will push his way down to about the 14.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Durham. And he stopped immediately there. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Haynes. Flush to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal, pushes him back big time, and now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Operating from the gun, Haynes, and he will find his man on the end route, complete. Now we've got a Giant player here, slow to get up after that last play.
Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. Yeah. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will tie us at 3-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And the Washington offense going back to work. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Russell. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Russell. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Operating from the gun. Russell, he finds his man, complete. It's Alexander.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Russell. And Winslow brings it in over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field, Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Throwing on first down. Russell. He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Well, hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
6 yards left on second down.
Looking to throw. Russell. And he'll get this one complete to Winslow. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
On 1st and 10, Haynes.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. To throw on second down, Haynes. And incomplete on the deep ball. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the score line. 31-24, the final score. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Giants, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
13 yards there and a Washington first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Russell.
Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Sometimes those tip balls turn out to be like a pinball. Just bounce all over the place. Everyone's got to go up and get it. In this case...
Well, we talk about tip drills for defensive players like you, but what about the offensive guys? Do they do any tip drills?
I think they work on it as well, oftentimes in the Hail Mary situations, because you're actually counting on a ball being tipped to give you an extra chance to catch it. They use that training well.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On 1st down, Russell. This one caught by Winslow.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Here's Jennings. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 3.
Throwing on 1st down, Russell. And the catch made by Walters.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Jennings. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Breaking through to drop him, that's Perrion Winfrey.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Back to throw. Russell.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Fielded right around the 8.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Haynes. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Haynes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And a quick throw here, that's complete. On 2nd down now. Durham, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. On 3rd down. Durham. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Russell.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Throwing on third and long. Russell. He will find Winslow. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. To throw on second down. Haynes.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Point after here coming up. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded right around the 8. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Durham. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Haynes.
The throw for Tony is intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Off play action, Russell. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. They rallied and made the tackle.
The Commander's going to bring out the field goal unit.
Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And now out come the Giants.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun, Haynes. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, Haynes. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So that'll change things a bit. 15 yards added on. Going to put him on the other side of midfield.
And add on a shaking the head defensively because he got caught where his hand wasn't supposed to be, and that cost him 15 yards.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Washington ready to try again on offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, Oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw. Russell. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. The third down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play. So now third down coming up. Looking to throw. Russell. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he's got it down to the 28.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here.
And here's a hint.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Haynes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw, as this play will stand as is.
On first down, Haynes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Wide open receiver, complete.
And he is going to have the Giants first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll look to throw again.
That's complete to Tony. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And quickly they get to the line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Washington, they finish off one of the best regular seasons of all time, 16-1, their final record.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl.